Hello ladies and gentlemen, friends and followers. Welcome back to another live stream. Long time no see, I'd say. Especially here for the BizJet Worldtour. It took me some time to find enough free time for the next leg, but today it's gonna be the day where we are doing our next leg here from Georgia, Tbilisi to Abu Dhabi. Oh, and hi Jeremy, welcome to the stream. That was quite fast. Yeah, as you can see, we are already here on the apron of Tbilisi's airfield, or airport, better to say, and I'm just trying to figure out here some stuff about the route, and then we will jump right into the aircraft. I just have to check the route settings here. Oh, yeah, I forgot to set up the video title. So that was a little bit misleading there. Okay, so I think I'm set up as far as I need to. So let's jump right into the aircraft, I'd say. So as you can see, it's snowing here in Tbilisi. The taxiway lines are barely visible, and I turn on the lights already. Of course, we have to turn on the battery first, but just to be sure, I turned on everything. So, and standby power on. External power connected, bus tie connected, and batteries on as well.
TAWS system test. Okay. Oral warning. Okay.
Okay, perfect. So we are set up here concerning the preparations of starting up the aircraft, and we are now ready to get starting with the FMC or GPS. Oh, it's a long time I was in here. So we are departing Tbilisi. And we are flying to Al Bateen Airport. Procedure. Departure procedure. Let's say we are flying the Tavro 1 Delta departure. I think that's DF. No, here, Tavro 1 Delta departure from runway 31 left. That's correct. There is no transition. So we can load that in, and there we can see it's already set up here. Can go back to the flight plan, and then we can see Tavre is here. So we will add a en route waypoint, which is next Dila. And then we go to Adano. Then is Magri, M-A-G-R-I, Magri. We have Zulu Alpha Juliet, Zulu Alpha Juliet. I'll take this one here, the VOR. Then we go to PCAM. And we go to Kazol. This one. And then we go to Orzar. And Elovu. And then we will fly our arrival route, which will be Elovu 1 Sierra. Arrival will be Elovu 1 Sierra arrival into runway 31. No transition. Okay, so we can load that in. And then for the approach, we will have ILS runway 31, and we have 3 transitions here. And let me have a look if I can find out which one we gonna need. No information here in the flight plan, but then I checked the charts quickly. Abu Dhabi approach, ILS runway 31. Okay, so we have what ALB is Albertine. Okay, then we have another Albertine and MIPIP. Well, on the charts it's MIPIP, and here it's no, it's the same. It's also MIPIP. Okay, so to be honest, as we're coming from the north, we take the Albertine transition. So we can load that in. Jeremy, the estimated flight time today will be roughly 2 hours and 44, which is actually quite long. I hope we can make it a little bit faster here, because to be honest, I have to leave the latest at 3. So yeah, wind option 3. So we have the wind visible here. Over here. Speed bucks. We rotate. We are quite heavy today, so I think we rotate at 128 is okay. Same here. We rotate 128. That might be a little too high. We might rotate a little bit earlier, but well, anyway. Pitot static heat on. And let me check the weather. We have 280 degrees with 3 knots. Visibility of 3,800 meters. Snowing and fuel clouds at 400. We have a temperature of 0 and a QNH of 1019. So for the barometric pressure, I still cannot turn that still to hectopascal, so I need to just press the B button to make it automatically. Nav source will be GPS, of course. Okay, yeah, that's still more than 1 hour, Jeremy, so that's absolutely fine for me. Ah, the weather. So what we will do is we turn on the wing anti-ice, and then we turn on the APU. Electricals are all on. And then we can start the APU. You can see here the APU is running up. 56, 60%, 70%. APU is set up so we can turn off the external power. And then we can request a pushback. And I don't know what he's doing. Oh, okay. Well, release the parking brake. I hope he's pushing us now. Hello? Well, okay, but anyway, thrust is set to idle. And then we start to run up the engines. I don't know what he is doing here. And if this is not working, then we just cancel the pushback, and then we will just start the taxi, because we don't need a pushback here. Start engine number 1. Okay, cancel the pushback. Okay, I think it's not able to do a manual pushback here. Parking brake is set. Well, he's not really excellent worker. He is just pushing us if we do it manually, but he's not doing the pushback if we want to do it automatically. So he's not that good anymore. Ground spoilers on. Ice protect all on. Release parking brake. Start taxi. And I'm not sure if we normally, according to the charts, there is another taxiway over here, but I'm not sure if this is simulated. Well, actually it is, but well, anyway, we're going to get on the runway here. On the, well, it's a closed runway, and then we taxi to the holding point of runway 31 left. Flaps 1. Can set the autopilot already. Does this aircraft have wipers? I think no. I think I had a look for the wipers already in another stream, but I wasn't able to find them. So no, it does not. And we can set the speed here. $250. I just hope my flight simulator won't crash, because since the sim update 8 I have a lot of problems with the with crash to desktops here. Yeah, and the visibility is really not that good. Speed brakes are... Why are the speed brakes? Come on. Maybe I was too fast. Maybe that's the reason. No, okay. Yep, backtracks are really nice, but actually this isn't a backtrack because the runway is closed here. I am just taxiing onto a parallel runway, which is, as I said, closed, and now I will join taxiway Bravo here to right, and then we're going to the actual runway down here. You can see it, and then we go to our departure runway 31 left. Well, it's not my fault. Landing lights on, strobe lights on. And we are on the runway. Okay, let's brake. Set a parking brake again. Arm the ground spoilers. We click on the timer here, that we know how long we have been into the flight. I think everything is set up. We have set up the lights here. We have the... Yeah, okay, tail flap lights. It's not that important. And I think that should be it. So we are ready to go. Departure time will be 10:55 or 10:56. Wind's telling us here 290 degrees with 2 knots. That's fine. So take off. Start the chrono. What a timer. And rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Nav on. Autopilot on. And VNav on. Oh, actually we can do it like this here. Don't need the VNav button. No, okay. Was just testing some things out here. Flight level 410. Transponder mode on. Forgot that. And zoom out. So gear is up, flaps are up as well. Departure time was 10:56. Let me write that down. $10:56. Start in Tbilisi. And why is the aircraft not turning? Oh, it is. Okay. I just wanted to overfly this waypoint here. Not especially overfly, but he was not going as the route was showing. But anyway, he's turning now. That's fine. We are soon to pass flight level 100. We can set the barometric pressure to standard. 29902. Same here, 29902. And we look at the clouds here. Holy crap. Landing lights off. And we leave the anti-ice on, I'd say. I think that might be a little bit better. And I will turn a little bit right here. Why is there no heading bug? Oh, there it is. Okay, okay, okay. No, that's what I didn't want. I didn't want to fly into the clouds here. Okay, well now I'm in anyway. Okay, then we can go VNav again. Speed 270. Yeah, and you can see how shaky it is, and that's what I wanted to avoid. weather. Okay, but it's green, so it's not that bad actually. Yeah. And that's it, we are out of the clouds here. There's another cloud layer, but so of course I'll leave the anti-ice on as long as we are in the clouds. And I'll click flight level change now. So we want to maintain 270 knots, and then we climb as fast as possible up to flight level 410, which is our cruising altitude. And according to IVAO WebEye, it's telling me we have 3 hours and 46 still to go. I just hope that this will change once we are on our cruising speed. And we are still in the clouds here. You can see the sun up here. So we will soon breach the cloud ceiling. You can see it just takes us a few more seconds here. And that's it, we are out. Wonderful, so anti-ice off. And you can see up here there are even worse clouds, so I'm happy we're flying to the south. And we will soon cross the border to Armenia. Yeah, directly into the next layer, but now we are out, and it's gonna be a little bit shaky again because here are some mountains, but overall that's no problem. Oh, and you can see it. Wait, what's... Okay, I think that was just an error of the weather radar. Yeah, we will now increase the speed a little bit, or a little bit, actually we are increasing it to Mach 0.82. So that's why we basically stop our climb. It's not really stop, it will continue to climb, but it will be reduced a lot. Can also reduce to Mach 0.80. I think that's enough as well. And you can see it is already a little bit shaky. And now as we reached our Mach 0.80, the aircraft will start climbing again. You know what? What I forgot again? I forgot again to fuel. So we need a fuel on board of 3.1 tons. And we have, I don't know, 979 gallons. So let me Google that for you. That doesn't make any sense here. Let me see another page. Okay, you know what? I'll check it here. I don't even know what that means. Okay, that's weird. Okay, 3.1 tons of fuel. Actually, that's a little bit less, so... 3.1147. So that should be enough. I know that was a little bit unrealistic, but of course, as usual, I forgot to fuel. Woo, shaky. And we have no clouds ahead, so we can turn off the weather radar again. But you can see how shaky it is because of like already a few mountains and the clouds here as well, of course. And by the way, I googled in the meantime about how to start the timer down here. I didn't find out anything. I just know how to start the timer here. I mean, that's obvious how to start that, but I didn't find anything about this one here. So I'm still not able to start the timer in the display here. And we're now crossing flight level 353. So we're getting close to our cruising altitude. We are, by the way, now over Armenia already. We will soon cross Lake Sevan. Down there is Lake Sevan. You can see it here as well. Stream delay of 3 minutes, Jeremy. Wow. But I think you can always go forward to live again, I think. Not sure though, but that's how I am used to it. You can always click on live again and then you're back live. Or of course you can just watch with a 3 minutes delay, but of course then the chat messages would be a little bit off there. 30 seconds delay again. Well, yeah, but I think you will catch up again. And if not, well, it's not that big of a deal. Flight level 380 now. And I just hope my flight simulator won't crash again. It's different. Sometimes it's crashing after, I don't know, 2 hours, something. Sometimes after 6 hours, 8 hours, and sometimes after half an hour already. So I'm really not sure on what the problem is, where the problem is. It happens to me with different aircrafts on different places of the Earth, like in North America and South America, Europe. I think it's most of the time it happens when I'm flying in Europe around the Alps, but I'm not sure about that, because it happened to me when I was flying into New York, and well, everyone should know New York is not in the Alps, so yeah. But nevertheless, it happens most of the times when I was around the Alps, and so I think it's I don't know, a scenery problem with the standard flight simulator, because I don't have any updates there. And yeah, maybe the crash in New York was just coincident. Flight level 395, so 1,500 feet to go. And that will take us about 1.5 minutes, and then we are on cruise flight level. And now the IVAO WebEye tells us that we have another flight time remaining of 2 hours and 15. That would be absolutely okay. Flight level 404, 600 feet to go. And once we reach our cruising altitude, I will increase the speed a little bit so that we can save some more time here, because our cruising speed will be Mach 0.82 anyway, according to the flight plan. So everything what we are going slower is saving us some fuel. The interesting part is if we continue to cruise on flight level 410, everything is like going according to the flight plan. If we would descend by 2,000 feet, so to flight level 390, that means that we would save 2 minutes, but also use 64 kilograms of fuel more. And the problem today is I am short on time and short of fuel, so I think we're just going according to the flight plan, and that should be it. So we reached flight level 410. I will now increase the speed to Mach 0.82. Of course it will take some time because the engines are already on maximum power. So we leave now Lake Yerevan down here. here is the lake. We will leave that now. That's just how it is if your village is called a cuff. Yeah, that's true. As I like to say, Microsoft Crash Simulator. Yeah. I know. But on the other hand, it looks really beautiful. So, I mean, of course, you can always say what is the purpose of looking beautiful if you crash like every hour. But I think it's worth it. Because before the last sim update, it wasn't crashing that often, and I am sure that they will fix it soon. Maybe it's even a problem for me, so it's not even a flight simulator problem. I'm not sure about that. Never really understood the impact of the flight level to the usage of fuel and travel time. Well, that's, I mean, I'm not 100% sure about that. But as far as I know, it's quite easy, because the higher you fly, the thinner the air is, and the thinner the air is, the less fuel you need, because you don't have as much pressure around you, and also you don't have that much resistance, just because the air is thinner, and therefore you don't need as much thrust, so to save fuel. And also, the higher you go, the faster your ground speed will be. And Felix der Tentakelmann, thank you for subscribing on Twitch. Thank you very much, and hi, welcome to the stream. Yeah, and the higher you fly, Jeremy, the higher is the ground speed, and therefore you're faster. But also, you have to take the wind into calculation there, because it's different on each flight level. So, yeah, basically there are a lot of options, or a lot of stuff you have to take into consideration, but of course you can always plan that, because you have wind charts and stuff like that, so you know what happens if you decrease your cruise flight level by 1,000 feet or by 2,000 feet or whatever. And that's basically why the higher you fly, the less fuel you need, and the less time you need as well. Of course, that's just my personal explanation for that. It's not a science point of view, but basically that would make sense, yeah. Okay, well, that makes sense. That with the generous formula, why you use more fuel? Yeah. Yeah, actually, you don't use more fuel. You use less fuel the higher you are. But I think that's what you mean, Jeremy. And we will soon be leaving Armenia, and we will fly then into Iran. I can remember that in FS 2004 there was an add-on called FS Passengers, and if you keep that running, it simulated war as well. So basically, if you were flying in Afghanistan or Iraq or stuff like that, then could be that you get a warning about any war movements down below. So like rockets, or if you wanted to land, then the passengers screamed if they see some explosions. That was quite realistic there. and it's still a little bit shaky up here. The altitude is always going up and down and up and down. And I still am laughing about the about your name, Felix der Tentakelmann. I love that. So, and now there's nothing much to do. I will do another fuel check once we approach Magri here. Just to be sure to have enough fuel on board. You can see the thick cloud layers below us. I hope that that's gonna be better once we arrive, but I think it should be. So let me see, at Magri I should have 2.7 tons of fuel on board. 2.7 tons, and I have 2.8.5 at the moment. On Twitch, there's only a black screen for the stream. Okay. That's weird. That's actually really weird, because it's telling me that Twitch is online. Let me see. I know that the video will be uploaded once I end the stream. But of course that's not what it should be at the moment. I'll have to check the Twitch settings here. Maybe I can find out what's going on. That's interesting. Because the preview picture is definitely visible. Yeah, thank you very much, Felix. Thank you. I wasn't aware of that. Why is there just a black screen? And also the preview window is live, but the rest isn't. That's totally weird. JT Gaming 010 is now following. Thank you very much for the follow. And I'm still trying to figure out why the Twitch is just black. That's weird. That's totally weird. I mean, maybe it's the settings as well, but then Felix, thanks again for the subscription on YouTube this time. Let me see. Stream manager. Yeah, that's right. If I click on the stream manager, it's saying it's saying offline. I don't understand that. Yes, Jeremy, the stream, yeah, the plane has auto thrust. It's a little bit weird to use because you just have this button here, which is auto thrust. So you have to click this button, and then the aircraft maintains the speed. If you don't click that button, it doesn't help if you click here on flight level change or whatever you do. And also the speed, you can see FMS and manual. So FMS is, I don't know, not working at all, or I didn't figure out how. So I have to click that on manual in order to make it work. And Felix, you said restart the stream. Well, I'm turning Twitch offline and online again, but I don't think that's working. Maybe it is. We'll see. I will reduce the speed a little bit. As you can hear, we had overspeed already. It's because of the wind changes here. We have like crosswind with 100 knots. So Twitch says I'm back online, and if I check my stream manager, still saying offline. That's so weird. And the problem is, or what means a problem? The thing is, if I stop the stream, like after the video, then the video will be uploaded to Twitch and everything is fine. But the live stream apparently is not working then. Well, now I have two videos up here. Yeah, see, that's it. Felix, if you check my my channel on Twitch again, you can see the video I just, when I cut it off, now you can see the video, it's just you cannot see it live. That's weird. Okay, So someone said something about the bitrate. Let me see. I turn that down here to 6,000. Maybe that's the problem, although I don't really think it is, but oh, no, it's not. I don't understand that. Why is it black? Output settings, okay. Well, I couldn't find out at the moment. Yes, of course you are allowed to ask. I'm currently flying online on VATSIM, on IVAO. Sometimes I'm on VATSIM as well, but I usually don't fly the standard online service from Flight Simulator. So I'm either on IVAO, which is most of the time, or VATSIM. Yeah, because like the standard Flight Simulator online service, there are a lot of people online where, you know, they take out the immersion just because they're doing some weird stuff. Like, you know, having fun and stuff, and that's totally okay. But I'm more like liking the real parts of the simulator, so I don't like doing weird stuff like, yeah, I don't know, unrealistic stuff or something like that. Yeah, Jeremy. I know. And we are, by the way, now in Iran already. And also the clouds are getting thinner. I mean, here you can see all the clouds back there. And finally here it's getting better. And I still don't know what the Twitch problem is here. I thought maybe it's about the bitrate I stream. Oh, is it? It is working. It's working. It's finally working. I don't know why, but it is working. Okay. I'm fine with that. So apparently it was the bitrate. I had to reduce the bitrate to 6000. So the quality is a little bit lower than it was before. But I don't know if you even mentioned that, if you even recognize that. According to Webeye, we have another 1 hour and 47 minutes to go. And I wanted to do a fuel check over Magri. I forgot that as well. But we can do it here on the next waypoint. I reduced the speed again. Yeah, we have a lot of crosswinds here again. Yeah, we are over the mountains here, and so we got the crosswinds. Or the upwinds, whatever it is. Felix, could you do me a favor and check as well on Twitch if it works for you? I mean, just if it's okay for you. Because I checked it myself, but as on the streamer, it might be of difference here. Oh, Jeremy, thank you very much. Works for you? Okay, then it should work for everything else as well. Okay, Felix wrote on Twitch that it's working. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I was just wondering because the live stream was black, but afterwards the video was working, so I don't know what the problem was, but apparently it was the bitrate of the stream. Yeah, Jeremy, I like YouTube more as well. I don't know why, but Twitch is like, I don't know, I just don't like it that much as I like YouTube. And I will wait until I cross Zulu Alpha Juliet VOR, and let me see, Zulu Alpha Juliet VOR. What is that? Sanjan VOR. I will make a fuel check over Sanjan VOR, and then I will leave you guys alone for a few minutes because I have to go to take my lunch. So in at Sanjan we should have 2.4 tons of fuel on board. Increase the speed again as we cross the mountains here. There are some more mountains coming, but anyway, I just want to be arriving in Abu Dhabi on time, so yeah. So 2.4 tons, and I have 2.6 available, so that should be enough here. Although we still have a little bit to go, 5 minutes. and we're getting closer. And you can see here ETE, that means that's a crossing time when we will cross our next waypoint, which is Zanjan VOR. So we have 4 minutes and 20 left. ETE means estimated time en route. So we will be en route for this waypoint for another 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And you can see here the ground speed, the track we're flying and the heading we're flying. The distance to Zanjan VOR, 28 nautical miles. We don't have any information about the minimum safe altitude here. I'm not even sure where to enter it or if it's like done automatically according to the GPS information. And by the way, I could also turn off the APU. APU generator off will also save us some more fuel. And there is another traffic incoming. That's an Airbus A320 flying from Tehran to Trabzon. I can see that on the web eye. Yeah, and it's really unfortunate that that you cannot change the information here. We have a total fuel of 844 gallons, but you cannot change that into kilograms. Also, the same problem with the altimeter setting here. You cannot change that into hectopascals. So that's always a little bit of conversion stuff here to do. And let's have a look outside if we can see the aircraft. It's always a little bit hard to find aircraft. Also, it's quite far away still, so we most likely won't see it unless we see some lights flashing up. No, I cannot see it, and I think if I cannot see it here on my screen, I think you won't do either in the live stream, because of course the quality is a little bit less here. Although it's not that far anymore. Actually, it's quite close. He's a little bit... Oh, down there he is. There he is. So, we are crossing Zanjan VOR. We should have 2.4 tons of fuel on board, and we have 2.5. So we have 100 kilograms of additional fuel on board. So we are absolutely fine to go. And I will now leave you guys alone as I am taking my lunch. And I just hope I don't get any C at the any ATC at the moment, because that would mean I need to break up my lunch. But even more so, I hope I won't receive any crash to desktop here. Anyway, I will be back in like, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe. So Jeremy, if you need to leave before that, I wish you a pleasant Sunday, and see you next time, I hope. If you're still there, that would be, of course, really appreciated. So, see you later, guys. Hello, I'm back. Back from lunch. And as I can see, we're still cruising. That's really good. No crash to desktop yet. Oh, hi Derek. I'm not sure if you're still there, but if yes, welcome to the stream. And I will do another fuel check over Pickham then later, but for now I will start to plan our descent. So according to the flight plan, our descent will be after the waypoint of Elovu, where we start our approach. And I will check with the charts if this is okay or if there is any altitude restriction. So, yeah, so according to the charts, we need to be at or below flight level 150 when we cross Elovu. And as we fly the Elovu 10 the arrival, we don't even need the no transition. And for the ILS, ILS 31, we basically don't need a transition as well, because we are coming in from the north. And then let's see, so we're flying Elovu, and then we have the waypoints here to Bozik, and after Bozik, yeah, we would fly direct to Mipip. So I will change that here, direct to Mipip, no need for any transition. And we just passed Tehran, by the way. It's back here. Somewhere over here must be Tehran. And according to WebEye, we have another 1 hour and 13 minutes flight in front of us. So, and according to the charts, we need to have flight level 150 or below at Elovu. Then Muvom means 10,000 feet or above. Itugo is 9,000 or below. Oh, that's really weird here. So we do have to have well, that's a little bit weird, but anyway, we will do that. So select waypoint Elovu. So we will do as it is set on the approach chart. Elovu, we have another 577 nautical miles to go. So there is a lot of time to go. Waypoint is Elovu. Let's see if this is working. Yeah, it's just airports, as it's set here, airport. Okay. Well, we can choose maybe this one here, nearest VORs. Well, but basically NDBs, airports, intersections, that's not gonna be helping a lot. But anyway, we want to be at flight level 150 or below. So I want to be at flight level 150. That means we have to descend 26,000 feet times 3. So we need to descend 78 nautical miles before that. 78 nautical miles with a 3 degrees glide path. And we would need to descend with 2,600 feet. So let me write that down for me. So 78 nautical miles with 2,600 feet per minute. And of course we will start the descent a little bit earlier and with less than 2,600 miles feet per minute. But now we have a rough indication on when we need to start. And we are gonna pass Pekin. At Pekin I need to have 2.1 tons of fuel on board. And actually I have 2.1 tons of fuel on board. So we lost a little fuel here. As when I checked last time above Sunjan VOR, we had to have 2.4 tons of fuel and we had 2.55. Now at Pekin we need to have 2.1 and we have 2.1. So I really have to take care about that. How this is developing in the future. Because we really don't want to run out of fuel. Of course not. So, Pekin in 33 seconds. 2.1. Okay. So we have, we are now inbound Kassel, where we have 390 nautical miles to go. Thereafter we're going to Orzar, and shortly before we reach Orzar, so basically the latest would be 8 miles before we reach Orzar, we need to start our descent to flight level 150. Of course, we will do it earlier, as I just mentioned, but that would be the latest point on where we should start our descent. And the cloud's getting more again. What is that? A little cloud over there. No. Is it a star? It's a cloud. There as well. Funny. Very, very funny. But yeah, why not? And we will now cross Isfahan. It's to the left here. Oh, a lot of flickering here. Isfahan is somewhere down here. Unfortunately, Flight Simulator don't have any autosave option, so in case we get a crash to desktop as we are on the world tour, I need to quickly start up the the flight simulator again and start the flight again, and I try to set myself up somewhere near this waypoint Peakham here so that I can reconnect to the network and then start the flight again. In order to complete the world tour leg here. we still have a lot of crosswinds here with 133 knots. Although there's nothing I can do because on lower flight level or higher flight level the wind would be almost the same, so it doesn't make any difference here. Well, that was wrong. Ilovo, was it? No. 443, so still a lot of time to go. And we will soon leave the landmass and fly over the ocean, or not the ocean, but oh, do we have ATC? No, no, it's not. It's not ATC here. I just thought we have ATC here, but unfortunately we haven't. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of wind still, so we reach out into overspeed very easily here. And a lot of clouds down there again. $394. Still a lot of nautical miles to go. So as I said, this is the longest flight we had on this tour so far. The next one actually will be even further, which is going from Bateen Airport to Bole International Airport in what is it? Let me check. HAAB Airport. That should be Addis Ababa, if I'm not mistaken here. Then we have a quite short hop to Nairobi, and then we have another long flight to Polokwane in South Africa, and another long flight to Roland Garros Airport in French Polynesia or whatever it is. Let me see. Oh, it's Réunion, the airport of Réunion. Yeah, so we are now starting to get some long flights before it's and it will continue like that. So this will be a hard time to stream that, because it's always hard to stream like 4-hour flights. The longest flight actually in the tour will be, let me see, will be from Tahiti Far International Airport to Mataveri Airport in Chile, which is 2,297 nautical miles. So that's gonna be I don't know, roughly some 3 to 4 hours flight, I think. Maybe even more. I'm not sure though. And I just passed my 2,000 hours on IVAO, actually. Silently. It's shaking. It's shaking a lot here. I always love this view here out of the cockpit. There are some mountains down there again. I'm curious if it's gonna be shaky again soon. Might be. Well, for now it's not bumpy. Although we're not above the mountains yet. Oh, we are. Maybe some mountains here. And we will soon cross Shiraz. The airport of Shiraz. Yeah, and you can see now it's bumpy here. While we are above these mountains here, snow covered. There are some weird artifacts over here. Okay, I hope that's not gonna make any problems. Oh, Derek, hi. Welcome back. Yep, you can do some screenshots. Let me see. You can take some screenshots here from... Let me see... Maybe around here somewhere. And we will soon cross the city of what was it? Shiraz. And then we are straight heading towards Abu Dhabi. We have, according to WebEye, another 42 minutes into the flight. Quite short here, so. And I will now also start the flight recorder tool, so I won't forget that. We can basically do another fuel check here. We have to really take care about that. Kassel. So over Kassel, which is our next waypoint, we should have 1.6 tons of fuel. And we have 1.75 for now, so that's gonna be enough for the rest of the flight. Especially because we will descend shortly. And now we are passing the city of Shiraz. You can see the airport should be down here somewhere. Can you see it? I cannot. Good question. So the airport of Shiraz is to the right side. Okay, it's down there in the clouds somewhere. Because there you can see is the lake, and the airport should be somewhere. No, let me see. It's, yeah, the lake, and then you have the airport to the right. There you have the lake. Oh, actually, this should be it. Oh yeah, that was the wrong lake there. Or if it's a lake at all. This is a lake here. And then you have the airport down there. There you have it. Airport of Shiraz. And I can check how far we have to go to Ilovu. Ilovu 288, so roughly 200 miles to go until we start our descent. And we are in the air for 1 hour and 49 minutes. And as I just mentioned, we have somewhat 40 minutes to go. I can check the weather information actually. So the weather information is telling us we have a wind of 330 degrees with 8 knots, varying between 300 and 030. Kev OK, so no clouds in the visibility in the vicinity, and temperature 31 degrees, QNH 1010, and trend no 6, so we don't expect any changes very soon. And so now we can have a look on the approach chart here. Let me show you the charts here. So here is the Ilovu 10 arrival for runway 31, and we will cross Ilovu here at or below flight level 150 with a maximum of 250 knots. I'm not sure though if we should really cross that point with 250 knots, because basically it's for traffic separation. but as there is no traffic in the area, I don't think it's that important to maintain 250 knots. However, we will cross Movum at flight level 100 or above, and we will definitely cross flight level 100 with 250 knots or less. Then we proceed direct Itugo, which we cross with 9,000 feet or below. And we continue to Tonki, 8,000 feet or below. We continue to Alpha Delta 502, no restriction here. Besides the speed restriction of 250, of course. And then direct Parrot, then direct Bosic, which we cross at 6,000 or above, and then direct Meepip, which we cross at 3,000 or above. And then we approach the ILS runway 31. We will have a straight-in approach from Meepip. You can see down here. And then we fly straight onto the ILS for runway 31 at Alpha Delta 801, which is 8 DME away from the threshold. We will start our descent with a glide path of 3.5 degrees into the airport of Albertine Executive. Our ILS decision height will be 387 feet. And we won't have any problem with the visibility here, so we're absolutely fine. So we will remember now the decision height of 387 or the decision altitude of 4,000. And then we can turn that into the flight simulator already. Minimums. We have a minimum of either baro or radio altitude, so we can turn in baro. Or actually, let's make it radio altimeter. 387. Enter. We can set the speed bugs. We don't need V rotate, we need V approach. We are fairly light, so we can reduce that to 117 knots. And we do the same over here. 117 knots. That's it, it's set. We have set the minimum here, radio altimeter 387. The timers are set up. And that's it. So we're now inbound Kassel, where we need to have 1,600 tons of fuel on board. We have another 2 minutes here and another 20 miles to go, but I can check already. And we have 1.65, so absolutely okay here. Nevertheless, we don't have as much fuel on board as usually. So, yeah. Okay, so we have set everything up. We know the approach, but we don't know about the missed approach procedure here. So, missed approach procedure is telling us climb straight ahead, intercept radial 305 Albertine at Borum, join holding, climb to 3000. And you can see that here we climb straight ahead, intercept the radial 305 from Albertine, and at Borum we start our hold at 3000. And so what I can do is that I tune in the NAV1 frequency, or actually we need NAV1 frequency for the ILS, but I can tune in Albertine VOR in the NAV2, which is 11420, and I make this active as well. So that we know how to, like, you know, where to approach Borum. And I will set a direct to Borim after we are established on the ILS, just to make sure that we can climb direct Borip using the autopilot. And then of course we have to hold there, and the hold will be done manually because there is no hold function here, or at least I didn't figure out how it's done. So another check to Ilovo here, 223, so 150 nautical miles still to go, and of course I will turn that back. And Derek, thank you very much for making yourself the notes and about the approach. That's very good, so I don't have to have a look on the charts all the time. And Derek, remember, don't use caps that much because otherwise you will be banned from the bot here. So remember, don't use caps too much. But I think this is fine because otherwise the Nightbot would already interacted here with you. And if we remember correctly, then we need to start our descent the latest at 8 nautical miles before Orzar. We are now inbound Orzar, so I don't need to check the direct here. And what I can do is I can type in here Borim, enter. And I can see Borim here now entered. And I just need to click on activate here to make this active. And then I can fly it via autopilot. That's very nice because when I'm on final, I could click direct, or when I go around, I could click direct here, click activate, and then we are approaching Borim. And after Borim, we will have to fly a teardrop entry. But that's something for later on. Yeah, I think the way you did it, Derek, was absolutely fine. Waypoints in capitals and the rest in small letters should be fine. As I said, the Nightbot would have interacted with you or banned you or deleted your message or whatever. If that wouldn't be okay. We still have no ATC, but to be honest, I didn't expect that anyway. So, yeah, we will now soon leave Iran and fly towards the United Arab Emirates. Let's see if I can see. Yeah, we can see the sea already. Very, very thin clouds here, but still windy. So we left the clouds behind us here. And we have an outside air temperature of -55 at the moment. We have 140 nautical miles to go, so that means 102 nautical miles for the top of descent. I think we started the descent already a little bit earlier at about 20 nautical miles before Orzar, maybe even a little bit further. And then we will descend with like 2,000 feet per minute. I think that should be fine for the beginning. And then we can increase that anyway. And as soon as we are over the sea here, we will have less problem with the turbulences. I'm always wondering if the pilot is really... But yeah, our head is on this position, yeah, okay. Can we see something here? No. No co-pilot, no people on the plane. Oh yeah, here. Here's the pilot. You can see myself. ...24 minutes remaining. I mean, we will take a little bit longer, I guess, because we are approaching from the south, so we will cross the airport on the east side, and then we continue southwards. So that will take us like maybe 2 or 3 minutes longer. And I think and I hope that the weather will not change anymore until we arrive at Abu Dhabi, because they say the meter says CAF OK, which means clouds and visibility OK. So I don't think there will be any clouds. And we can now see Orzar here already. I don't know what these brown lines here are. Let me zoom out a little bit. No, out. Okay. Maybe north up. Heading up. So let's see. Maybe it's different here. Maybe I can see more. No. Maybe these are some borders, some kind of like the border of the United Arab Emirates, Iran, and what else is there? Bahrain maybe, or so. And we will now cross and leave Iran. I can do another quick fuel check here at Orzar. We should have 1.3 tons of fuel on board. I mean, I have a little bit to go here, but we still have 1.5, so that should be okay. Of course, we have to check it again once we cross Orzar. And we are now almost there. Finally, long flight today. I'm online since 2.5 hours and I still have like 19 minutes to go. As I said, a little bit more as we will pass the airport first. There's an airport. Is he in the water? Is the airport in the water? Or on an island? Or what is it? What is it? Let me check. OIBK. OIBK. Kish International Airport. It's an international airport on Kish Island, Iran. Okay. So it is indeed on an island here. Must be there. This must be Kish International Airport. We will check that once we get in close. There, is it? Oh, this one. Here it is. This is wrong. It's really in the middle of the island. Kish International Airport. Okay, why not? Owner is Kish Free Zone Organization. Okay. And actually this little island has 3 million passengers per year in 2017. So of course, because of coronavirus, it was less in 2019. But I am quite sure that this will go up again after the pandemic. Kish International Airport. It's not even that small. I mean, of course, with 3 million passengers per year, that's absolutely great. Maybe this is also an island for, like, you know, where Iranian people do their vacation. Not sure. Maybe it is. Also have some, like, 2 harbors here, or even more. Here are harbor as well. What is this mouse arrow? That's a problem I had when the flight simulator crashed. I always saw these 2 arrows here, and I don't know here, and now it's different. See, what is that? Is there something on the map? No, it takes... I'm not sure what's going on there. It's weird. Anyway, we have 25 nautical miles to go to Orzar, so we will now start our descent to flight level 150. Click on Versus, and click on minus 1,900. You can see how many airports there are, especially here on the coast. A lot of airports. I was in a stream of a sim aviator and it was a 9-hour stream. I left and came back over and over again. Yeah, I know that some people like to stream like 9 hours. They also like to stream long haul flights and stuff like that. I would also do that, but the problem is with just a few followers like I have, that's gonna be a very boring flight, because if someone is joining, then you have to, you know, like kind of entertain with the person or talk with the person, and if no one is in there, then you still have to say something and make something, because afterwards the video will be online. So if I would stream a 9 hours flight, I would have like maybe 1 or 2 people watching the stream, but if I would have 0 people watching the stream, I still have to do something, talk something, or whatever. Just that if the video is recorded afterwards, there is some information in it, or something going on beside the flight, of course. Wind turned here a little bit already. We have now more tailwind, so our ground speed will be increasing. And therefore we also need to increase our rate of descent. And sorry, Derek, we are currently leaving Iran, the country of Iran, and are now the country of Iran. Is it Iran or is it Iran? Whatever. And now we are into the country of the United Arab Emirates. There you can see the United Arab Emirates here. Somewhere here on the left side is Dubai. Over here somewhere is Dubai, I think. And we are directly heading towards Abu Dhabi. I will increase this rate of descent a little bit, so we are sure that we can make it to flight level 150. I think that once you have over 1,000 subs like Sim Aviator 2, you can make long hour streams, as there would be people from around the world. Some people join, some leave, but there's always someone there. Yeah, that's right. But until I will reach 1,000 subs, that will be a long time. And to be honest, like, I mean, I don't know how I will develop, but for now, it's not my plan to, you know, make some giveaways and like, I don't want to be like an kind of an influencer. I just like to stream just as a hobby, and just if I have time for it. You know, I don't want to have some kind of pressure like, oh well, your last stream is already 5 days ago, so you need to do another live stream so your viewers are not waiting too long and stuff like that. It's just like, I want to stream if I have time for it, and if I have a lack where I think it's fine to do that. And yeah, but well, who knows, maybe in a few weeks, yeah, of course, in a few years, I will have something around 1,000 subs. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this is working. I didn't read myself into the system, like how does that work, what does your streamers would like to see or stuff like that. I'm just doing whatever I want to do, what I like, and that's it. I will now have to reduce the speed as well, because we're getting close to the overspeed here. We have another 30 miles to go for Ilovu. Yeah, that's right. I don't have to give giveaways, and well, maybe it depends on how everything goes in the future. But maybe I even have the possibility to give some giveaways someday. By the way, you can see here the Palm of Dubai over here. Not sure if you can see that in the stream, but I can unfortunately not zoom any further, but this is the palm, which is created by the city of Dubai, or whatever it is, whoever did that. And another 15 nautical miles to go. And I will start to reduce the speed as well. And according to the charts, the next waypoint after Iluvu will be Muvum, where we have to cross at flight level 1, or actually 10,000 feet or above. So I will descend, continue to descend even further. Let's make it 110. There you can see Muvum here. We need to cross at 10,000 feet or below, or above. Yeah, but actually it is flat. The palm is flat because, of course, it's just like sand in the ocean. There are not like any mountains or so. And it's just an artificial island. And yeah, as I said, the clouds didn't change a lot here, and they won't change more. And we are passing Iluvu in a second. You can see here that we will pass Iluvu in a second, which is right now, and we are 1,000 feet higher than expected, but that's fine. I mean, technically, we cross Iluvu right now, and we are just like 600 feet above, and that's okay. And we now have 23 nautical miles to go to Muvum. Derek, no, we need to be flight level 150 or below over Iluvu, and we need to be 10,000 feet or above at Muvum, which is the next waypoint. I can check the weather information again here on... And actually there is a lot of ATC online around us, but unfortunately not. So there's not Dubai radar or Emirates radar or whatever it is called. And after Muvum we have to descend to 9,000 feet, because Itugo we need to cross at 9,000 feet or below. And I will now start to reduce the speed. 250 knots. And by the way, these brown lines which we saw there on the navigation display indeed was the border of Bahrain. Oops. Then there is the Palm of Dubai. And we are approaching flight level or 10,000 feet. Actually, I can tune into local pressure. And then we are approaching Itugo, where we need to be at 9,000 feet or below. Then it's Tonki inbound, 8,000 feet or below. Yeah, the weather is always nice down here. It's always hot. Always very hot in here, in the Emirates. Yeah, the flight without autopilot, that would be... I mean, it can be nice, of course, but the longer the flight takes, the more difficult it's gonna be. Because you have to concentrate all the time. And yeah, so autopilot is very, very useful there. And we are now crossing Movum, so we can turn down to 9,000, or actually we can turn down 8,000 already. And now we are passing Albertine airport, which is over there, I think. And here is Abu Dhabi International Airport, where we are not gonna landing today. And we can now turn on the landing lights as well. Or what means can, we have to turn on the landing lights. At Itugo we need to be at 9,000 feet or below. And we are at 9,000 feet or below. And next waypoint will be Tonki, where we need to be at 8,000 or below. These are restrictions because of the Abu Dhabi International Airport here, so that departing and arriving aircraft will not come into our way, or we don't come into their way, better to say. So, and after we cross Tonki at 8,000, we will maintain the 8,000 a little bit longer, because we need to cross Bozik, which will be then the third or fourth next waypoint, at 6,000 feet or above, and then we need to descend to Mipip to 3,000. So basically, we just need to descend 5,000 feet from here onto the final approach waypoint. So yeah, that's not that much. And by the way, here is another aircraft. you can see, over the international airport of Abu Dhabi. Let's see if I can see him. According to the web eye, he's at flight level 111, which is 110. He is somewhere over here, over the airport. Well, no, I cannot yet see him. He's right over the airport at the moment. Of course, the sun is a little bit... no, I cannot see it. Cannot see the aircraft. Anyway, let's jump back into the cockpit. We are now passing Tonki at 8,000. That's fine, because we need to be at 8,000 or below. And then we will continue here. You can see the route down there, and we need to cross Bozik at 6,000 or above. But what I will do is I will fly directly to MIPIP, so because there is no traffic in the area, so we can cross that here, and I will now descend to 3,000 feet. I will reduce the speed to 240 for now, and as soon as we pass MIPIP here, I will activate the approach and then fly manually. I mean, I will fly with the autopilot, but I will fly on heading mode and to turn right here, and then we will intercept the ILS quite smoothly. .230. We have still no data in nav1, so we tune in the ILS frequency here. ILS frequency is 110.7, 110.7, and there we have IAT, which is the correct indicator for the ILS. We don't need any course here because it's done automatically, and we will then turn right in a few seconds. Basically now we will reduce the speed 200 knots, just so that we can make the turn a little bit sharper here. I will go to activate approach. And basically I can also fly nav now, because it will turn us on this route here to, well, at least that's what it should do, but it doesn't do it. Direct to cancel direct, go to here MIPIP, and then direct to, and activate direct. Okay. Yeah, because it wanted to go to bring us to AD 502 here, but that's actually not necessary. Landing is going to be minus 233 feet per minute. Well, we will see. We will see. I'm still quite sure that the overlay is not working 100% correct, because sometimes it's really smooth, and it's still telling me something about 200 something. So we can set flaps 1 here. Flaps 1. Ground spoilers are disarmed. APU not started, of course not. Don't need that yet. I can switch the nav source soon to nav1. And the other aircraft is up here. You can see the lights now. There it is. It's an A340 flying to Dubai, to Abu Dhabi International Airport, while we are flying, of course, to the executive. And the sun is getting low. Unfortunately, we are a little bit early for a nice sunset, but if there would be a sunset, then it would be an amazing sunset landing here, right into the sun. And we can now set the nav source to nav 1. And we can also arm the approach mode. I just hope that the autopilot is also flying the approach by itself, because sometimes I'll still have some problems. But yeah, at least he's turning. Nav mode is off, but he's turning, so he's intercepting the localizer now. Speed 190. And I will start the recording program if I not forget it, and then we can see the landing again, and then we will check if it's really minus 233. And we can set flaps too. Speed 170. And we will start our descent once we reach AD801 here. Until then, we will maintain 3000, so we are absolutely fine. Yeah, we will see if you're close, Derek. We will see. 3 hours already to stream. Oh dear. And we're getting close to the glide slope here and to the localizer. Looks really nice down here. Very dry, of course. I mean, it's still desert. Looks really nice. And as I said, the airport is somewhere... no, wait. I have to turn right a little bit, so... the airport somewhere over here. Yeah, true. Where we had to hold south of London. That's right. And the glide slope coming alive. As I said, we will start our descent towards the airport at AD801. delocalizer is coming in slightly as well, and we have the runway inside here. You can see... Why is that arrow thing here? I don't understand that. I'm always afraid that the simulator is crashing soon. Because last time I saw that, the simulator was crashing, so... 150. And you can see we are descending, so approach a glide slope is alive. I can maintain 3000 at as the autopilot altitude, as our go around altitude will be this one. And I will now type in Borim here, although I'm not sure if Borim is not automatically set in, as we are approaching 3-1, and they should basically have the go around. No, they haven't. There is no go around here. But anyway, it will be runway track and climb 3000, so that's gonna be easy. And radio altimeter is alive, 2200 now. I will reduce the speed even further to our 118. There is the runway. Gear down. We're slightly left of the glide slope. So we fly the heading here. Turn on the approach again. So maybe it's doing that. And flaps can be set to full now. And that looks better, doesn't it? And I'll start the recording tool, just for me to check that later on. And there is a mosque down here on the left side of the runway. So recording tool is started. Yes, it is. And there we go, Albertine Executive Airport. We will disconnect the autopilot at 500. Or maybe now. Autopilot disconnected, manual flight.
500. 400. 300.
There's no time for a go around today, by the way. Just saying.
100. 50.
And definitely next to the center line. Oh. $60 knots. And now we go to the end of the runway. I didn't want to brake that hard. Far away, Derek. Actually, here is not even a real taxiway, is it? I mean, this must be the taxiway here, because there is no other, and according to the charts, it's correct. But, well, we're going over grass here. Well, it's not my fault. According to the charts, there is a taxiway. I think that's a problem of the flight simulator, because as you can see, there is no taxiway here. Thank you, Derek. So this is basically just radar information or map information. There is no airport actually here in Abu Dhabi. Let's start the APU. So there is no airport here. It's just map data. And of course the buildings, but actually it's no airport here. So we'll just take this here to the right. Flaps can be set up. APU on. Taxi lights off. Anti-collision lights off. Tail floodlights off. Parking brake is set. And landing time was, I think, 13:40 or something. So let me set that in my notes. 13:40 landing in. Okay. So flight time today was 2 hours and 48. Or 2 hours, let's say 45. Yeah, I know. I'm still off the center line here. Yeah. So that's a little bit sad that there is no airport here, no ground details. Just as you can see, it's radar, so that we have buildings here because it's on the map information, and we have some kind of, you know, taxiways. You can see this line here. That must be something showing the taxi lines here. Here as well, but there's absolutely no ground detail, and that's well, yeah, it's a little bit sad here. But yeah, overall it was a nice flight today, and we had some really hard turbulences on our way. And I will, by the way, just leave the engines running because I want to see the landing. Hey, and the fuel. What about the fuel? We have 1 ton of fuel remaining, and according to our flight plan, we should have 1.1 tons of fuel remaining. Of course, we are already on the ground and stuff like that, so the 20 kilograms are missing, but that's no problem, I think. So that means that we were absolutely fine with the fuel there. And now we'll just wait some more minutes until I will start the replay. By the way, I can stop the recording yet now, of course. Yeah, they're a big flight for small plane, but actually I just said somewhere in the stream that the longest flight will be from Tahiti to somewhere in Chile. That will be the longest flight here. And yeah. So I think this should be done now. We should be on the ground for more than 3 minutes. Because according to the IVAO rules, we have to stay on the gate with the parking brake set for more than 3 minutes in order for them to be able to evaluate the flight, according to the tracker here. Yeah. So I will now disconnect. And now let's have a look on the landing, I'd say. Click replay here. Flaps full, this spoiler's armed. Gear should be down. Yep, is coming down. Well, until now, the autopilot is still on. It looks really good. It looks really good, but as soon as I disconnect... Oh, actually, the autopilot is disconnected, I think. No, it's not. I disconnected it at 590 or so. Don't worry, I will switch outside in a second.
500.
Okay.
400.
A nice mosque here. And I don't know why the aircraft is always... Like, we have... Which... Okay, we don't have wind information. We have wind from here with 7 knots, so I don't know why the aircraft is drifting off that side. It's... I absolutely don't understand.
50.
And I think I was still a little bit too fast. So it could have been... Yeah, but that was very hard here. That was very hard, to be honest. Pause the replay and go a little bit back here. And resume. So you can see the touchdown speed was 103. Which was quite slow, but so maybe our approach speed was something around 110 knots. I'm not sure. Uh,
400.
what's going on there? Let me see if there is a wing view. No, unfortunately there's no wing view. Okay, sorry.
200.
That looks so steep here.
100.
Very steep, but as you can see, it isn't.
50.
Yeah, and I was drifting up here. See, I don't know why, because the wind is coming from the north, like, or from the right side, but I don't know. I don't know. And here I was too slow, so... So the runway was large enough for me to do this late landing here. That you can see, absolutely no problem. And we should have, by the way, vacated over here, but I didn't see that taxiway. Let me see if this is in there. Would be curious if... No, you see, it's also not in there, because there is the taxiway, and you cannot see it here. There it is, there is nothing, so yeah, I was not able to see that. Anyway, that was it for today. Thank you very much for joining and watching the stream here. It was really good that I figured out why the stream on Twitch is not working. So for the future that should be no problem anymore. And yeah, I wish you all a pleasant Sunday, pleasant weekend. And I hope to see you guys next time here on the stream. I think the next flight here will be to Addis Ababa in Africa, and it will be even a little bit longer than the one today. So I'm not sure when I'm gonna do that. And anyway, thank you very much, and have a great day. Bye bye. And bye bye, Derek. Thanks for joining again.